You've got the nuclear plant in Zaporizhia. You haven't even got a Zaporizhia city. You've got the nuclear plant in Zaporizhia. It's yours at the moment. Russians. Kherson is yours pretty much. Crimea is yours. Lugansk is almost yours now. 95%, only 5% left. Granted, Donetsk has still got some way to go. You've got part of Kharkov ready. Still quite something to achieve. To get all that. I'm obviously I've mentioned Kharkov. It seems a lot, right? So what happens at the negotiating table? So Russia now have control of Lugansk, Donetsk, Zaporizhia, and Kherson. And what I mean by that, they've got solid control. That means the Ukrainians cannot, they have none of the means to hit back at this point when they come to the negotiating table. Would Ukraine concede that is another question. I personally think they'll take it. The reason I say that is because you've got to think to yourself, if you're on the Ukraine side, you've lost 4 regions. You've already lost Crimea, that's gone. You lost 4 regions. Your people are suffering. There's no will from your people to fight, which is a big problem. There could be a coup attempt. There probably will be at some point if Zelensky's not too careful. You lost Mariupol. You lost Bryansk. You lost Melitopol. You're losing Severodonetsk. You're losing Zhyansk. You're losing Slavyansk. And you're losing Kramatorsk. Slavyansk is like the biggest symbolic victory that Russia will ever have, especially for DPR. The biggest one. In fact, it will be so high that DPR think they've won the world. It would mean so much to them to get Slavyansk. But what happens after that, we don't know, because when the truce happens, there's going to be ceasefire violations, there's going to be accusations on both sides, and it could kick off again, right? But if you're Ukraine, you want to be careful, very careful, especially if you don't have the means to counterattack, because when in Kherson, it's been a miserable failure. In Kharkov even, it's been a failure as well. You're losing too many men. The last thing you need to say, oh, we got this town back from Russia, even though Russians withdrew from that town, and we lost 200 men trying to get it back. That's not a victory. A victory would be to kick them all out from your territories. Getting a small piece of land back by sacrificing a lot of men, that ain't a victory. So, yeah, there's a lot to think about concessions-wise. I said, what's the scenario where something might happen? Ukraine, just to wrap up, Ukraine can't counterattack. Russia have got 4 territories in their firm control, and Ukraine will say, for the sake of peace, the guarantees are that you do not proceed further. And yes, as we mentioned in the chat before in our previous streams, and Ali mentions it just now as well again, saying Odessa is important culturally, that does not mean it's the end of it. Because Russia will want time to prepare, focus on other areas, what they can do, build some momentum in these areas, get people on their side. You know, if you win 4 territories from a concession, that's a huge win, because Ukraine are the ones kept barking about, we're going to take all this land back. Then he turns around and says, okay, here's land. And who's going to be angry more than anything else? The people in the east who are fighting for Ukraine. You remember, Zelensky talked about peace as part of his promise when he ran for president. He said, I'm bring peace to Donbass. Who are the ones that are really pissed off with him? The ones in Mariupol. We know who are there. Other groups, fighting groups in the east. You've seen that video where he stepped forward into that soldier's face. You know who I am, I'm the president. That guy didn't back down from him. He stepped forward as well, just to accept firm and start looking at Zelensky as if, who the hell are you telling me you're a president? I'm fighting for Ukraine, not for you, pretty much. So there are consequences for your actions too. If Zelensky concedes territory, he's in trouble. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. This is why you cannot go around and say, you know what, Russia, you can have this bit of land if you want to do all the time. That's not going to happen right now. It's only going to happen if you know for a fact that he can't fight back. And of course, by doing that, you know it's going to be a fallout with your own people and your government and your own army. You've now conceded all this land. What the hell did we die for? We've lost 40,000, 50,000 plus maybe. We have no idea what the exact total is. We know it's a high amount of people have died in the Ukraine side. All these men have perished. For what? And it turns out Russia only wanted Donbass. I don't think that's true though, but let's say if that turned out to be true. You can see 4 territories in total after losing 50,000 men. Oh, if I was Ukraine, I'd be really pissed. Really pissed with that.